Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to talk about my move from Brooklyn to the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. In past videos I've done migration videos talking about my move from Jamaica to Brooklyn because I was living in Jamaica before I moved to the US, where I spoke about my father filing for me and so forth. So this video is not really a migration video, but it's like just an update video about my move, and I will do a migration video giving you full details about how much I pay for rent, car payments, insurance, food, gas, what else is there? The works, whatever. So my dad's house in Brooklyn, I was living there for about 3 years, roughly 3 years, and it's a family house. So of course, after a while you move on, you don't stay in one place all the time. Now, this is the very first time. No, this is the second time actually. This is the third time. Okay, so this is the second time that I've lived independently on my own, where I pay all the bills, I put everything on my own. I have lived on my own like 3 times in my adult life, but the first time I was like a teenager and it was just my brother and myself, and my sister didn't have space where she was at her place in Malvini. So I was living on Grove Road in for about a year, and that was like in 2001 2002. And then all the other times, even if I rented from someone, I could remember this first time I rented, it was like from this woman that was living in Ingleside, and then I had my own room, bathroom, entrance, but I had to share the kitchen. And she was renting from someone and I was renting from her, and then they sold the house and she had to move, therefore I had to move. But apart from those times, I've always lived with people, whether it's family or friends. So welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time here, ensure that you just subscribe and just hit the bell beside the subscribe button, so that every time I upload a video you'll be able to see those uploads. I put these type of videos on the channel occasionally, like if I just want to, because I think it's like a lifestyle thing, because this is a lifestyle channel. It deals a lot with beauty and hair and just overall improvement, DIYs and so forth, fashion DIYs and so forth. So basically I just like putting these videos here on the channel because it's a lifestyle thing. So I will link all the videos to my migration process, living in the US, what it is like, and just to give persons a good idea of what to be prepared for before they come to live in the US. So I'm living in Pennsylvania, and I ended up living here because I was searching for homes in the tri-state area, which would be NYC, New Jersey, and Connecticut. But the prices for housing in the city or in the tri-state area, and they say tri-state because it's 3 states, and the 3 states would be the city, which would comprise Bronx, Manhattan, Long Island. I think I got all 5 boroughs. So when you look within the 5 boroughs, Connecticut and New Jersey, the rent is not as cheap as when you go to like other states, or if you go to like the country part of New York, or if you go to or if you come out of the city of New York itself. So Connecticut is not bad when it comes to rent, but it's not as cheap as where I found here in Pennsylvania. And a lot of people think, oh, because I'm living in Pennsylvania, I'm living in the section of Pennsylvania that's only 2 hours from New York. I am 6 hours from New York if you drive using the toll, and if you don't use the toll, I'm all of 7.5 hours away drive. I live very close to a city called Pittsburgh. Now a lot of people confuse Pittsburgh for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is an entirely different city from Pittsburgh, and all of them are in the state of Pennsylvania. So a lot of times when I'm talking to people, they're like, oh, you live in Philadelphia? No, I live in Pennsylvania, but not in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is about 4 hours from where I live. I've never been there before, but I live very close to Pittsburgh. Now, prior to coming here, I've never heard of Pittsburgh before, and it's a beautiful city. It's like Pittsburgh reminds me of having the city and the country all at once, because the city sits up right there in the middle of the county, and then you have the country areas where there are a lot of rivers and trees and bridges surrounding the city. It's really beautiful. It's really tranquil also for a city. To me, it's very quiet. Nothing like the city in Brooklyn and Manhattan and Queens and so forth. Now, when I was looking for places to rent that were in the tri-state, I was looking in Brooklyn, and it just became so impossible to look in Brooklyn, because to get a one bedroom in Brooklyn, if you don't have 13, 14, 15, $1,600, you could literally just like forget about it. And I didn't want to get like a one bedroom. I wanted a two bedroom so I could have my own space. And I couldn't find any places. Like, I looked so many places for a two bedroom, and on average a two bedroom in Brooklyn is for like 18, 19 to 2100. It even goes up to 25, especially if you want somewhere decent in a decent area. So I was like, you know what, let me put Brooklyn aside for now and let me look in New Jersey. So I started looking in New Jersey, and I found this really cute two bedroom, but it was in the hood. When we say hood, when the realtor took me to the area, I was like mortified. Firstly, the place swamped with people on the road smoking weed, drinking alcohol, and then there are all these bars in the area, and the street was like a little fellowship, like everybody on the streets, and that's where the happenings is every day. It was noisy also. I really couldn't deal with that, and then you would have zero privacy. When we got into the apartment, it was beautiful. It was really good for the price. I think it was like $1,000 for a two bedroom, which is really cheap for New Jersey, especially that close to New York. And I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. I will have zero privacy. Every time people come here to me, eyes will be on me. Every time I leave, eyes will be on me, and I like my privacy. You know, yes, I have a YouTube channel, and to some extent I share a lot about my life and so on Instagram and so forth, but generally I am a very reserved and private person. So I was looking for somewhere where I could just continue being the person that I am, and I was looking for somewhere in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I found mistakenly this place in Pennsylvania, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. I didn't even know that there was an Elizabeth in Pennsylvania. So when I saw the prices for the rent, I was like, yeah, this is me. This is definitely where I want to come and live. But when I put it in on Google Maps, it was like 6 hours, like 6 hours. 6 hours is very, very far away. So I came anyway, and I just moved with basically the shoes on my feet and the clothes on my back. I didn't take anything but the Roti Darling stuff, which wasn't that much stuff, because for the Roti Darling stuff I only have like my roti pans and a few other little equipment, nothing to write home about. So I literally started from zero. Not even a spoon I took from my father's home. No iron, no pots, no sheets, nothing. I did take it. My dad did give me this inkjet printer that I would usually use. He gave me his block bed. Pinky gave me like a comforter, and I took a comforter that I had from that I had purchased when I was at my dad's house, and that's it. Nothing else. Everything else I had to start from scratch, zero, zilch. Moving in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of nerve-wracking, especially if you're not accustomed to that culture or the culture is not used to you. And I was very anxious. I think I was having like my mini anxiety attacks, that I didn't say anything to anyone. I just kept it to myself, and I prayed a lot about it. And I asked persons to pray for me in my new home and so forth. So I am totally happy that I made the move. I vlog about the place all the time in my vlogging channel. I'll link that channel down below. You can check that out. And I really welcome the experience, and it's so good to get out of the city, just go completely on my own to see what life throws at me. And it helps you to grow a lot, because you're footing your own bills for everything, and it can be nerve-wracking, especially the moment you pay these set of bills off, and then the moment you're done paying these set of bills off, another set of bills come. But it's rewarding because you're in your own space. Remember to stay tuned for that Part 4 migration video, where I break everything down and I give you all juicy details about how much I pay for rent and everything, and about the job experience too. I did get a few, not much, but a few jobs, and it's pretty interesting in what I have to share. Remember to get those videos, you gotta subscribe to the channel, and you have to hit the notification bell so that when I upload a video you will get notified. I'll see you in the next one.